Hey everyone, I'm Tom from the Stamp Protocol. This is the Stamp Show, for lack of a better name. Today I've got the project team here to talk about Alex. And if you would, while we get started, Nick and Vince, why don't you guys introduce yourself? Um,
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Nick, co-founder of Alex. This is my brother Vince, another co-founder. We've been developing the Alex archive for the past few months, and we recently integrated the stamp protocol, and it's been a super exciting feature for us.
Very cool. So, for all of those that are listening or watching, what is the Alex Project?
So, Alex is a digital archival platform built on top of Arweave. Um, this digital library consists of pools of different information that anyone has the ability to create and maintain. And how these pools are maintained are through contributions from different sponsors. Uh, Essentially, anyone can become a sponsor by contributing a portion of their AR tokens, which allow for the mining of artifacts into these pools. Um, pool operators, excuse me, uh, take these contributions and pull information from different sources, such as their own personal archives, social media platforms, etc., which then are distributed to the sponsors that contribute a portion of their AR to that pool.
Cool. So, it's kind of like a way for people to archive anything on the internet into Arweave or the permaweb, which is permanent. Is that correct?
Exactly. Yep. I think that's a great way to put it.
Very cool. So, Vince, how does that work? You mentioned pools and contributors and operators. How do those parts all kind of work together?
Well, at the top level, Tom, you have the interface. You have the Alex interface where you can see all the pools that have been created. Like Nick said, anyone can create a pool. So what we do is the person who wants to create a pool, downloads a program and then runs that and configures it. So the pool then is loaded onto Arweave as a smart contract and some transactions, and then those interactions that are on chain show up in the Alex interface, and then that contract has functionality in it for people to contribute their AR, which is then transferred into the pool wallet. And then the pool wallet, when you run the mining program, is the wallet that's used um, for funds to upload the data. So it's pretty simple. And then, yeah, there's just different sources that are available for mining. And yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it.
Very cool. So, if I am a user that is really interested in archiving content about aliens or content about space, I see those on there, but I can go and just contribute to those pools, and that will fund the operators to pull that from what all places can they pull it from? I'm assuming Reddit and other social networks. Is there any specific list of
Right.
sources to pull the data from?
So currently there's Twitter, Reddit, Nostr, which is a decentralized version of Twitter, Wikipedia, and then any files. So there are a specific subset of files that are supported by the renderer, and then you can upload any files for upload and download if they just want to, archive something like a zip drive or something like that just for later download. They can do that. But if you do like an EPUB, the EPUB will show up in the interface. And yeah, that's the set of things you can load. Currently, we're working on more.
Very cool. So, if I want to sponsor or contribute to a pool, all I need is AR and sign in to Alex with my wallet and pick the pools I want to contribute.
Right.
If I'm a little bit more tech savvy, I may want to create a pool. And then if I have a bunch of files on my system, I can just upload those using that new pool, or I can connect to Twitter or Reddit or Noster and others as you're rolling out more over time. Is that about accurate?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's perfect. And one other important aspect from the standpoint of a contributor is that when you contribute and receive these artifacts back in your wallet, you can view all of them from your account and perform a whole bunch of different actions on them. For example, in the future, we're planning on this concept called collections, where you can group together your artifacts and trade them, etc. And on top of that, you actually have the ability to now, since we've integrated stamps, stamp each artifact, which essentially rewards the creator for deploying those artifacts.
Yeah, that's super cool. So again, stamps is like this universal like button on the permaweb, and so the way that you integrated it in Alex is anyone can go to Alex and stamp any artifact, and as the stamp protocol runs its rewards every day, the owners of those artifacts receive stamp rewards.
Mhm.
So how about we see a demo? Can we take a look at Alex?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me share my screen here. Are we able to see it?
Yep. We're good.
Awesome. So this was a recent pool created called Public Domain History Books. And the goal with this pool is to archive available history books that can be open to anyone and available for download for anyone. So we can go down here and see a list of all .epub files, which are ebooks that have been mined into this pool. So if I go into this artifact here, we can see a rendered version of this e-publication that you're able to read and perform different actions on, like we talked about a second ago. So there's the stamp action right here that I can open up and then actually stamp the artifact. So I can go here. This is a regular stamp button. This is the super stamp action that, Tom, I'm sure you could definitely explain for us as well. But I can go down here, click stamp,
Cool.
and then see from the notification here that the artifact has been stamped, and then I can view the stamp count on this artifact.
Very nice.
And the stamps serve, multiple purposes within Alex and within, the permaweb in general. Number one, I think it's a means of interacting with the data and interacting with each other. And then number two, for Alex, and obviously for other platforms as well, it's an incentive for people to create content. If people can create good content, then they can collect stamps, and that is their reward, which will have some economic reward.
Nice. Yeah, so Alex is super awesome, and again, it sounds like there's a lot of pools already on the program, and the public domain is like huge. I don't know if you've seen the articles where some of the ebooks are being rewritten for various reasons. So being able to permanently store books, I think is a huge deal. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the goal of Alex is to be, a very useful platform built on top of Arweave that really leverages the permanent storage of Arweave. So we're trying to create a way that's as easy as possible to really permanently archive data. We're actually building in the user interface itself the ability to create pools and upload files, so that it's not as much of a lengthy process to go through for pool operators, to try and encourage more people to get into archiving themselves, and so that we can really build up a solid digital archive on top of Arweave.
Awesome. Well, before I let you go, what is kind of next in the works for Alex? What's kind of the next feature that users may want to be aware about that's coming down the pipe?
So I think I actually just touched on it briefly, but
Yeah.
up to this point, the pool operator would be required to go through a bit of a lengthy technical process to create a pool and mine artifacts. Um, so we wanted to find a way to solve that. So we're building within the user interface the capability to do that, which takes the creation process down from X amount of time to only a couple minutes, and then the process of mining will be a lot quicker as well with upload through UI, etc.
Got it. Got it. So, yeah, I made you repeat yourself again, didn't I?
It's all good.
Yeah. So basically what that really means is that to be an operator, it'll be a much improved experience, right? For
Yeah.
easy to get started, easy to maintain, just refining that experience. Is there any new sources that you've got coming down the pipe to allow operators to pull feeds from?
Yes, so we have a list of potential sources that we always kind of monitor and look through. I think some important ones in the short term are going to be sources from news outlets. We see how like polarizing certain news sources can be, and how certain biases can sway different things within the news. So we think it's important to create accessible sources from them.
Mhm.
Very cool. Should be interesting to watch Alex as the kind of presidential election starts in 2024. That might
Yeah.
be kind of fun popcorn
That's gonna be
watching kind of
wild,
stuff.
man.
Super cool. Well, thanks so much for taking time to explain and show Alex. Before we go, can you just let everyone know how they can find Alex and how they can get in touch with you?
Yeah, absolutely. So Alex is hosted on the permaweb at alex.arweave.dev, and we are also on Twitter at the Alex Archive, which also contains a link to our Discord channel. If you have any interest in hopping in there, learning a bit more, and getting involved with the community, we would love to have you. I think those would be the best places to find us.
Great. Well, thanks again. This was a lot of fun. Really appreciate it.
Thank
Yep.
you, Tom.
Thanks, John. See you, man.
See you.